Have you ever wondered why some people become wealthy on a normal salary, while others earn millions but still live in debt? Today, I'm revealing the system that makes your capital growth inevitable. Watch until the end to get the full plan. Subscribe to the channel and tell me in the comments, what is your financial goal for this year? It helps us share more useful content. You're making more money than you did 5 years ago, but your bank balance looks almost the same. The financial stress hasn't disappeared, and the real goals that could change your life feel just as distant. You've upgraded your phone, your car, and your wardrobe, but you feel like you're just standing still. It's a trap. Expenses always rise to match income. Without a clear system, your lifestyle simply swallows every raise or bonus. The wealthy don't get rich because they have a lot of money. They have a lot of money because they know how to manage it. Forget about complex spreadsheets. You need a system where every dollar has its place. I suggest the 1-5-5-0-1-5 rule. This is your foundation. 15% for the future, 50% for basics, 20% for enjoying life, and 15% for your security. The first 15% goes to your future self. This is money that works while you sleep. Most people invest whatever is left at the end of the month, but usually nothing is left. The wealthy pay themselves first and everyone else later. The math is undeniable. If you start investing $300 a month at age 25, you could have over $1 million by age 65. If you wait just 10 years and start at 35, you'll end up with half as much. Time is more important than the amount. You don't need to be a financial genius. Start with index funds like the S&P 500. This means buying small pieces of the world's best companies all at once. Historically, this brings about 10% annually without the risk of picking individual stocks. Half of your income is the maximum allowed for survival: housing, utilities, groceries, and transport. If restaurants or digital subscriptions end up here, you're lying to yourself. Those aren't needs, they are comforts and belong in a different bucket. The biggest wealth killers are expensive housing and new cars. Rent shouldn't exceed 30% of your income. And a new car for $1,000 a month is a depreciating asset, stealing your future. Most millionaires actually drive ordinary Toyotas. I'm not telling you to live like a monk. 20% of your income is your rightful money for pleasure. Vacations, hobbies, dinners with friends. When you know the other 80% is already working for you, you can spend this money without any guilt. The final 15% is your peace of mind. This is money you don't touch under any circumstances, except for truly critical ones. It's your protection against job loss or unexpected repairs. Call it your freedom fund because it allows you to walk away from toxic situations. Debt is a set of chains on your feet. If you have high-interest loans, your 15% for investment should first go toward paying them off. It makes no sense to invest for a 10% return if you are paying the bank 30% on a credit card. You're pouring water into a leaky bucket. The main secret isn't willpower, it's automation. Set up your banking so that on payday, your money automatically flies into different accounts. When only the living amount is left on your main card, you subconsciously adjust your spending to that limit. Spending 50% on basics doesn't mean eating instant noodles. The secret is planning. Weekly grocery shopping with a list saves you from impulsive buys at the checkout. You'd be surprised how much money leaks away on small things you don't even notice. Streaming services, gyms you don't visit, and photo editing apps are tiny holes in your boat. A few dollars here and there, and by the end of the year, you've lost the cost of a whole vacation. Check your statements and delete everything you haven't used this week. Buying a new iPhone every year is a poverty tax. If you buy tech on credit, you can't afford it. The rule is simple. If you can't buy 2 of them in cash right now, don't buy one. Wait until your investment portion earns enough to pay for the gadget. The best asset is your skills. Sometimes spending 20% from your lifestyle category on a course or a book is the best decision. The more valuable you are as a specialist, the easier it is to fill those 15% investment slots. But remember, Knowledge without practice is just wasted time. Many people think being wealthy means throwing money around in clubs. In reality, it's often people in plain t-shirts who count every cent in their business. Real wealth isn't what you buy, it's what you keep and multiply. If your friends spend their entire paycheck every Friday at bars and laugh at your savings, you have a problem. We are the average of the 5 people we spend the most time with. Look for people who are already where you want to be. After 3 months of this system, you'll feel something strange. Peace. For the first time, you'll see your capital growing on its own. This is the moment the game changes. You're no longer working for survival. You're building your empire. The most dangerous trap is lifestyle inflation. When you get a $500 raise, you immediately want to rent a better apartment for that same $500. Stop. Keep your lifestyle the same for at least a year and invest the difference. That is your ticket to freedom. You might not like banks, but your credit score is your financial passport. A high score allows you to get mortgages or business loans at minimal interest rates. Don't ignore it. Timely payments are an investment in your future opportunities. Governments often provide tools to help you pay less tax if you invest. Learn how retirement accounts or tax deductions work in your country. It's a legal way to keep an extra 15–20% of your money every year. Not knowing these rules is like giving your money away. Marketers spend billions to make you feel uncool without their product. Every time you want to buy something expensive and unplanned, wait 48 hours. If the urge is still there after 2 days, maybe it's a real need. Usually, it's just a distraction from boredom. Even if 15% for investing feels like too much right now, start with at least 10%. Psychologically, you won't feel the difference between 90% and 100% of your income. But your brain will get used to the fact that part of your money always creates capital. A car is one of the worst investments in history. It loses 20% of its value the moment you drive it off the lot. If your car costs more than 6 months of your salary, you're living beyond your means. Consider a used car until your capital is solid. Never put all your eggs in one basket. Don't buy just one stock or one cryptocurrency. Spread your money: stocks, bonds, real estate, cash. If one sector falls, the others will keep you afloat. Your goal is protection, not just guessing winners. It's hard to imagine being a millionaire when you only have your first $100. But a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Don't compare your beginning to someone else's middle. Just aim to be 1% better today than yesterday. Money for the sake of money doesn't work. You need a goal. Buying a house without a mortgage, educating your children, or retiring at 45. When you have a clear why, it's much easier to say no to a useless purchase. Your goal is your fuel. If you are in a relationship, your financial system should be shared or at least aligned. Different views on spending are the #1 cause of divorce. Sit down and discuss the 15-50-20-15 rule together. As a team, your capital grows twice as fast. Many people fear saving money because they call it a rainy day fund, as if attracting trouble. Change the name. This is your freedom fund. When you have 6 months of living expenses, you don't fear being fired. These dollars buy you time and the right to choose. I've seen people with $10,000 monthly salaries living paycheck to paycheck because their Porsche and massive house eat everything. And I've seen those earning $1,500 with a solid portfolio. Wealth is not what you earn, it's what you keep. If you have zero or a negative balance right now, don't panic. The main thing is to start tracking expenses. You can't manage what you don't measure. When you see where the money goes, you'll find the first 5% to start investing this month. The internet is full of get-rich-quick schemes, crypto signals, betting, pyramids. These are traps. Wealth is built slowly and boringly. If you're promised 100% profit in a month, run. Real wealth is created over years through discipline. We often buy things we don't like, with money we don't have, to impress people we don't even know. Stop playing this game. Buy things for their function, not the logo. Real confidence comes from your account balance, not your t-shirt brand. Teach your children how to handle money. Help them understand that money is a tool, not magic. If you build this system and pass it down, you change the fate of your family for generations. You become the person who started the family's wealth. Here is your task for this week. Open a separate account for investments. Even if you only put $5 in it, do it. Set up an automatic transfer. Once you take this first mechanical step, your brain switches from consumer to investor mode. For the first few years, your investment account will grow slowly. You might think, why am I doing this? But then the magic of compound interest kicks in. It's like a snowball. It's hard to move at first, but then it rolls on its own, getting bigger and bigger. The 1-5-5-0-2-0-1-5 system isn't just about numbers. It's a mindset. It's about taking control of your life. Now you know what only 1% of the population understands. The question is, will you use this knowledge or leave everything as it is? The choice is yours. Your future is created today, not tomorrow. Start your journey to financial freedom right now. If this video was helpful, share it with someone you wish prosperity. Write, "I am starting" in the comments if you're ready for change. See you in the next video.